Good morning, good morning, good morning. It has been a while since I've been on YouTube. And I have to say, there are a whole bunch of reasons why I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been on YouTube because it's been crazy. Life has been crazy, I'm sure. And that is one of my topics for today's quick little YouTube. Um, I talk about transparency and I talk about being real. And I've had some very aha moments of I don't have the face for YouTube. Um, I look at all these influencers and I look at all these YouTubers, and I'm not on YouTube to sell something. I've always said that. I'm not promoting a brand. I'm not commenting on makeup. I'm not talking about gossip. So YouTube for me is just a platform where I could try to reach people, to check in, to connect with people and say, hey, are you okay? Are you not okay? What's going on? How you feeling? How you living? What's going, let's chitter chat. That was my purpose of YouTube, so that someone could see my face. Because when you do a podcast, they hear you, which I love, and they don't see your face. So you can articulate what you need to articulate, get that out, and move on. Not that it's like cut, chop, but on YouTube, you're able to see the person. You're able to see my facial expressions. You're able to see my corniness, my laughter, my eyes, my sincerity, as I knock myself out, see, as opposed to on a podcast. But it's like whenever I would look back at my old podcast, I'm like, ooh, I look ugly. I look toe up. I look this. And I'm so critical of how I looked. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was saying. Like I could have been saying something eye-opening and a revelation. And I was like focused on how I looked and how I presented myself. And I said, you know what? 2021, that's over. I am who I am. I believe I am a beautiful woman and I need to move forward. And if you don't like the way I look, oh well. If I got something to say, I'm gonna say it. And I'm sorry for sniffing. I just can't. I need to go get me some Sudafed. This wind, I don't know where you guys are located or where you live, but this wind is cutting up. It is showing it's behind, like big time. Like yesterday it was like blowing. It was blowing all night. I tried to do a podcast last night. I hope in my podcast, I didn't go back and listen, that it was more me than the wind. It was cutting up. And so I sleep, you go to sleep at night. And so you sleep with the heater on. So then it dries you out. Then you come out today and you're up. And then, so now your nose just runs. So anyway, so that's what's going on. So I apologize. And then, oh, wait, I don't know if you guys ever see, remember I talk about transparency. You go to blow your nose and your nose doesn't blow. So it's like, really? So anyways, I came on podcast. See, I don't even know where I am. I came on my YouTube just to say hi and just to let you know, because as you can see, I am excited. 2021, I'm about to go in. I'm about to step out on faith. And I'm not going to do anything crazy. Y'all stop. But podcast, YouTube, it's me. Me just being authentically me. I don't care what you think about how I look. I'm going to get a better control. Try to be more, what is the word? Consistent of my post. Have scheduled posts. Have focused posts. Have focused topics and concerns and check-ins, and we're going to do this. We're going to do this together, because it's not about who sees my podcast, but whoever sees my podcast, whatever message that is, it might be for you. And those of you who, when you hear me, you'd be like, oh, she crazy. Okay, have a little laugh, kiki, and then move on. I'm not saying that to be mean. What I'm saying is, everything's not for everybody. And just like you do on YouTube, just like you do on TikTok, just like you do on Snap, just keep on scrolling. If what I have to say, if you're not nosy like I am, just keep on scrolling. You will not hurt my feelings. Trust and believe. But if you like my silliness, if you like my realness, if you like my transparency, subscribe so that you can always check in and hear or know when I'm about to say something silly, real, focused. because I do think that in this season, I do have some nuggets. I do have things that I say that are important or that would help somebody or remind somebody and encourage somebody. So for the remainder of the year, what I am going to try to do is do little snippets daily of my podcast. Because on my podcast, and it's not to promote, well, no, I am promoting my podcast. How about that? I was going to say it's not to promote. I am doing China like weekly devotionals on Advent. So this week's Advent is peace. Yesterday, I did a podcast, just an introduction on peace. And I plan on doing the Monday through Friday, because give you guys a break on Saturday, and then Sunday usually ministers post or preach on the Advent for that week. So, you don't have to hear me talk. You can go look at anybody's service, and most, not all, will be preaching on Advent. So this week's Advent is peace. Last week's Advent was hope. I came in the middle of the week because I was a little slow on deciding that I was going to do that. And so my posts were only from Wednesday to Saturday, or maybe it was Thursday to Saturday. And then I did one yesterday, and I'm going to continue the rest of this week. And I'm just going to share some thoughts on peace throughout this week on my podcast. And I'll probably stop by, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going to stop by daily just to give you some snippets on peace. So this week, just be geared up. We're going to talk about peace. And let me know your thoughts. So, real life, real talk.